Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, we are all set, ready. You can unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji. Are you sharing the screen also? Or?
Yes,
Yes,
Mother.
Mother.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji.
You may
You may
start.
start.
I
I
think
think
We are
please
reading.
come.
We are reading from Prabhupāda-līlāmṛta, chapter 58. Visit to Boston. Prabhupada. The word Prabhupada is a term of utmost reverence in Vedic religious circle. It signifies a great saint even among saints. The word actually has two meanings. First one at whose feet pada they are mean Prabhus, a term meaning master which the disciple of Guru use in addressing each other. The second meaning is one who is always found at the lotus feet of Krishna, the Supreme Master. In the line of disciplic succession, through which Krishna consciousness is conveyed to mankind, there have been a number of figures of such a spiritual importance as to be called Prabhupada. Śrīla Rupa Goswami Prabhupada executed the will of his master, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and therefore he and his associate Goswamis are called Prabhupada. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur executed the will of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura, and therefore he is also addressed as Prabhupada. Our spiritual master, Om Vishnupada 108 Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj has in the same way executed the will of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada in carrying the message of love of Krishna to the Western world, and therefore the humble servant of His Divine Grace from all the different centers of the Sankirtana movement are following in the footsteps of Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada and prefer to address His Grace our spiritual master as Prabhupada, and he has kindly said yes. Prabhupada's next destination was fixed for Montreal. Swatswarup, Pradyumna, and Yadurani, all of whom had drunk deeply of Prabhupada's personal association, got their last bearing directly from him. I am scheduled to leave for Montreal in 2 days, Prabhupada said to Satswarup on a morning walk. Is that all right? Satswarupa felt strange that Prabhupada would ask him for a permission to leave. He also felt sad, but he could think of no way to detain him. As they walked, they passed a toy store displaying guns and battleship in the window. This is the kind of things we grew up with, Satswarupa told Prabhupada. But you grew up with Radha Krishna deities. Does this still affect us? Yes, Prabhupada said. The impression is still there. Prabhupada Satswarupa asked. Now that you are with us, we can ask you any necessary direction. But in the future, when you are not always with us, how can we get direction from you? Krishna's name is not different than Krishna. Do you understand? Yes, Satswarupa replied, but he knew his understanding was only theoretical. He knew he would have to think more deeply on Prabhupada's answer. Prabhupada was indicating that chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna himself would be present. So the disciple could get direction from him by the grace of the spiritual master. In Yadurani's case, there was no doubt that she should continue painting. She had often gone to Prabhupada's house for detailed instruction. When she had shown him a just completed portrait of his own spiritual master sitting amidst trees and greenery, Prabhupada had commented, "You have put my Guru Maharaj in the American forest. He was never in such a forest." He told her to paint Lord Chaitanya in a garden scene, but not to copy the Indian print showing an Om sign and Radha Krishna above Lord Chaitanya's head. That is an artist's imagination. Prabhupada said, "This is the way Lord Chaitanya appeared in Navadvipa. Don't change anything." And Yasoda and Nanda Maharaja should be colored as Indian are generally a light brown, tan like wheat. Balramji is colored milk white with little bluish tint and rosy luster. Prabhupada also encouraged Pradyumna, telling him just what he wanted to hear. He should continue studying Sanskrit so that he could make transliteration for all Prabhupada's work and eventually come to the standard of a good Sanskrit scholar for the Krishna consciousness movement. Prabhupada asked to come to Montreal with Prabhupada. Pradyumna asked to come to Montreal with Prabhupada and learn more things from him. Prabhupada agreed. When the day came for Prabhupada's departure, the devotee accompanied him to the airport. In the departure lounge, an unknown boy suddenly appeared and sat at Prabhupada's feet. Can you see God? The boy asked. Yes, Prabhupada replied. At every moment. Are you liberated? Yes. Then, if you are liberated, the boy challenged, why don't you go back to the spiritual world right now? Don't be crazy, said Prabhupada. We go when Krishna desires. We have already surrendered, so we shall go when Krishna desires. We have just bought ticket for Montreal, so we are assume of going there. But it is not that as soon as we buy the ticket, we turn and say, "Where is the Montreal?" No, everything will happen in due course. We have bought the tickets. We are waiting. Soon the plane will leave. Prabhupada advised the boy to stay with the devotee in Boston temple and hear from them. In time, he said the boy would be able to understand. Yadurani, Govinda Dasi and I got on the plane with Prabhupada just so we could see him up at the last minute. His last words to us were from Bhagavatam. He quoted two words, Vasudeva para Veda, Vasudeva para Yoga, Vasudeva param Jnanam. This means that Krishna is the goal of yoga. He is the benefactor of fruitive activities. He is the cause of Vedas. Krishna is everything. And I began to cry because Prabhupada was leaving. He reached over and passed his hand over my face. I asked him, Srila Prabhupada, sometime when we ask you something and you gave us permission, are you being like the super soul? Are you just giving us sanction for what we want? Srila Prabhupada replied, when the spiritual master speaks, it is Krishna speaking. When Prabhupada got to Montreal, he wrote me a letter within a day or two, saying, I am simply remembering your face when you were crying in the plane. And then he gave me an order, please don't be agitated in any way. Krishna is always with you. He is always your friend. So many disturbing elements may enter into your life, but a devotee is never agitated. Chapter 58 completed.
Thank you, Mata. Just wait for a while, Mataji. I'll just